Hello, guys. This is Aloysius Zanderman here, or Alex Julian, and today I will be reviewing a Nintendo Entertainment System video game, a video game for the Nintendo Entertainment System, a classic game called RC Pro Am, if I am saying it right. RC Pro Am, NES Classic. It's a racing sort of game, but also a kind of trickery and mockery with claw machine-like gameplay. And I will be showing you to this table here that I have here, and I will show you around with props to illustrate to you what you may expect from the game, from imagining and wondering with thinking and knowing about these props. And let me start. So here's what the game, if I may point out to the game, here's what the game RC Pro Am NES Classic may be about by looking at these props. Now, definitely when you're going on a racing game like this, you're going to get trophies here. You're going to get trophies for the gratitude and integrity and earnestness of going for the gold and going for the silver and going for the copper. If you would imagine these golds as silvers and coppers as well. But the trick is with the game, they don't just shape the trophies in the video game like this. No, they may also have trophies in the game, maybe shaped like maybe like this shooting guy, or maybe like this bursting sort of guy, or maybe even like this ice cream cone sort of guy. And as you can see, there are trophies in RC Pro Am, if I can use these props as items of representation in an imaginary conversation about the game. These props can really show us what we can expect from claw machine-like tactics when it comes to the integrity and challenge to a really vigorous system of racing. And let's keep in mind something. I mean, I cannot review a video game on a video by using nothing but just pine cones, or using a lot of bland room, as you can see around here, because, I mean, sure, I could do a review of like just that lonely hiking stick in the corner, or that lonely white door right there, or maybe that oven right there, but there's no visual for many learners to really learn like what the means to gaming are. And here that we see visions and images of gaming, not something like a white door. And unfortunately, there are too many houses in America that I describe as almost like pre-Nazi Germany style, white wall style constructions, where there are too many houses in America that have just a lonely white space with maybe like something of a St. Patrick's sign somewhere, or maybe like something like a Halloween umbrella or something there. But for the most part, a lot of America is just like this white door, or this red cabinet, or this brown door, or this uninteresting water tank with cups for filling cups of water on, and maybe that water bottle there. And there's a lot of things in life that are really sad. Like, you may look at this hiking stick and you may wonder, wouldn't it be more interesting to hike in the mountains than to just leave that hiking stick there and dream of hiking somewhere I am no longer going to go able at? And it's pretty sad. And it's with a video game like RC Pro-Am for the Nintendo Entertainment System, that we could get, something like that Nintendo Switch gaming console there to work on functional retro gaming styles. And these props here are more representations of retro styles, if we may believe these to really be retro styles. So, for example, but you have to be careful with how much fun you have with people when it comes to video games. Because imagine this ice cream cone as a source of fun. Well, you know what's the problem? Let me attack these trophies just to show you how fun and entertainment can go too far. Like, imagine if I aimed this ice cream cone at these trophies and I said, "Oh, nothing bad will happen. We are just playing a game and we are earning trophies." Well, imagine if I did that, I did this. Ouch. I just crushed a champion. And yeah, that's just an ice cream cone. Could you imagine a missile or like a bomb trap or like a booby trap, like what you run into in the RC Pro-Am mechanics of weaponry? Sure, the weapons are pretty silly. They are practically just like ice cream cones, but, an ice cream cone could still do this, So you have to be careful of how much fun you have in life, because it could still hurt if someone literally took an ice cream cone and stuck it on your head or something like that. And also, there could be games that have too much noise and too much volume, especially with a modern technology of imperfect and inconsistent high definition. So imagine if I blew this whistle here. Some people would find that annoying, and they would not understand what the whistle is for or where it's going. And plus, it's not really quite necessary, because right now I'm not playing a video game or playing any sports or challenge. And, maybe I have a drink on the side like this spiced Coca-Cola Zero here. Let me drink some. But yeah, there's a lot of things to consider when it comes to the challenge of gaming. And maybe with a claw machine sort of system of gameplay, like what you run into with RC Pro-Am, maybe what you run into with RC Pro-Am is a system of a claw machine like tactics, such as you shake the jar and you get this. You get more game pieces and stuff out of this Yahtzee cup-like jar. And there we go, And it's not just a simple pine cone, is it? And, let's be honest. I cannot represent gaming equipment by using nothing but pine cones or nothing but white walls, or even by using nothing but my words, such as RC Pro-Am. Eventually, I have to show some props or show some video game graphics to really show you guys what the game is about, or else otherwise, I might as well talk to a blind man and describe to him what a baseball game is without him ever seeing what a baseball game is. Maybe that sounds a little bit tricky in the tongue, but that's the truth of it. Because after all, maybe I have this chalk. Maybe I have this chalk for an investigation with my reviewing and criticism on games. And maybe with my reviewing, maybe I would want to do this. Rub against the metal with chalk and see if chalk can ever challenge the metal. But that's not easy, because the metal can be pretty undetectable, and the chalk, especially on the word of the tongue to RC Pro-Am, can be hard to pronounce with a missing tongue out of it. So you got to keep that in mind. And of course, there are more of these trophies, but let us ask ourselves questions about this trophy. Should we know beforehand where we're going to go for the trophy and that we should get the trophy, or should we get a trophy by surprise without us knowing beforehand? That there can be psychological tricks when it comes to the before and after, when it comes to, trophy here, and of course trophy here and trophy here, and how, trophies can appear to pop out of nowhere, especially with a retro shooter like this. Yeah, those are shooters. And you might even feel the need to grab an ice cream cone until you realize this ice cream cone just almost did not launch, although it did launch right there. And it went really fast, didn't it? And of course, what's the problem with real ice cream cones in real life? If you spill the ice cream, there's no string that could lead back to the spill and mess. So, yeah, do not assume that there's always strings to colors and visuals and graphics in a game, such as like with these pretty pom-poms here, or these pretty pom-poms here. Graphics and visuals in games can be disorienting and maybe even unconnected by strings, because there may be no strings, there may be no wires, there may even be no physical connections. And often we use our imagination to determine if RC Pro-Am as a NES Classic should hit us with another bang for the trophy or another foul one for the dollar bill. And this dollar bill does not compare to the wealth of this table. And that's my review for you. You take care.